a new phase of accounting or our new chapter, because till now we have already completed our final account with and without adjustments and all, and I hope you are not having any all doubts regarding those problems or those theories, because I have uploaded and make you explain several videos regarding the notes and also regarding the problems regarding certain adjustments. So there were different type of adjustments that we have already discussed, and certain problems were uploaded, and I hope according to your response you don't have any problem further. So we should move ahead. So today we are going to start a new chapter. Okay. So that comes under your same unit, that is unit 1, but this is the third chapter. First of all, I am telling you that what the chapter name is. Then we will make a distinguish whether this could be the correct name or another name should be suggested for the chapter. Then we will discuss the basic reason why we should give such name to the chapter. Okay. So today we are going to discuss the third chapter of the same unit. Okay. See, the chapter says the name is non-trading organization. Non-trading organization. Okay, what does the name says? Non-trading organization, or I can call it as non-profit making organization. Okay, or I should call it as accounting not for profit making organization. So see what the names I wrote just now. Here it is said non-trading organization, it is non-profit making organization, and this one says accounting not for profit making organization. Just try to find out, are these three same, different, or is someone or some part of this one is a part of the another. Likewise, if I name it as this is the A, this B and this C. So A, B and C are different, or A is a part of B, B is a part of A, B is part of C, or C is part of A. What kind of differentiation or what kind of distinction that does it make? What the names are written over here. Okay, I am just asking you that whether they are same or not. That is what we are going to discuss today, that whether what kind of name to be given to this chapter, because the name for these chapters are given several ways, in numerous ways. Okay, you can say, because the chapter is given different name on the different book and the different publishers. That is why I have given you the three synonymous names or three different names if you call, because until now we haven't discussed the reasons or justification for the proper name to be suggested for this chapter. Okay, so this is the reason we are going to discuss the reason which should be the name given to the chapter and which is the name justified to be given for this chapter. Okay, so before going to this, please have a proper look on this. That is name given are non-trading organization, non-profit making organization, and accounting not for profit making organization. We shall discuss this in deep now. So see, the most important thing is, in this chapter the students get confused what is the proper name and what is the actual name for this chapter. Okay, unless you know the correct name or the correct meaning or the correct thing about the chapter, how can you move on to the chapter further? Okay, so this is what the problem that you can face or you can come across, because if you don't know the correct name or the name that is to be perfectly suggested for the chapter. Okay, so let us make a small revision. Okay, small revision that you have gone through your first year studies before you entered to your inter-commerce classes, and this is the first thing that you learned about. So as you know, the small thing I want to say is, when you plant a sapling, seeds I am telling you, so it grows and becomes into a tree. Okay, so when a tree grows, it has different branches, different fruits, different leaves and different things. Okay, so whenever you have confusion that this type of leaves or this fruit belongs to which branch, then you have to go to the flashback or you have to go to the back to see from where does it arises. All those branches and trees and all arises from the root tree, okay, from the main root. So that main root of commerce where we have started in our initial time, we are going to discuss that, because from there only we can conclude what is the correct name to be suggested to this chapter. Okay, so I told you what was the term. What was the term where we started to discuss about our commerce classes? Okay, what was the term where we knew about what kind of things we are doing, or what is done for the earning or for the livelihood. So all those things where we have studied all those things. Have you remembered the term activity? Remember the term activity means the performance of a task. Anyone who carries some work or any task or any the thing, that is called as activity. That means a process of work, process of doing a task is called as a activity. So let us discuss what does the term activity means, and I hope you know what is the term activity means, because it's simply the performance of a task. We will just see the classification, and upon the detailed classification we will see what is the proper name to the chapter. Okay, so let us see. So here it goes. First term is activity. Okay, so now you know activity is divided because activities are numerous. So not going more detail into this because we have learned this earlier also. So on the basis of something we divide it. Okay, what was the basis? Intention. What are the basis that you divide this activity? That is intention. Now see, what is the intention? Intention means what does you aim to do, or what is your objective for a task. So here intention is two types. What are those two types? Intention to earn, intention not to earn. Okay, so that is what the activity classification says. So activity were of two types. What are those? Economic activity and non-economic activity. Economic activity and non-economic activity. Okay. Now, what does the economic activity says about? Economic activity says about when some activities or some tasks are performed for the purpose of earning something, for the purpose of earning for our livelihood, is called as economic activity. And non-economic activities are the activities that are made for self-satisfaction or social service or for the welfare of the society. So that were the non-economic activities. As you know, the examples are a lot of non-economic activities like helping poor, charities, okay, services to society. These are the examples of non-economic activity. Now, what are the economic activities? So, economic activities are those activities that are carried out for the performance of a task in the intention of earning something. What do you earn? Earn for your livelihood. So, earning can be made in majorly in three different ways. Okay, earning can be made in three different ways. So, see, economic activity can be again classified into three types on the basis of nature. Simple, it can be classified on the basis of nature. Nature means the nature of activity you carried out, the nature of economic activity that you do for the earning of your livelihood. Okay, so the economic activities are of again three types. What were those? Business, profession, employment. Business, profession and employment. So see, these were the three economic activities that were carried out. Okay, now see, what does the term profession means? Okay, providing specialized services, having specialized knowledge. So whom does this profession include? Like doctors, lawyers, actors, photographers. Those are having some specialization or specific degrees in their profession or in their work. So they are called as the professionals, and their activity is called as the profession. What does they take or they earn? That earning is called as fees, as you know. Okay, so I'm not going more detail about that. Okay, then employment. Employment means there were two parties involved. Okay, one is employer and another is employee. Employer who gives the job and employee who does the job for the purpose of getting some earning. What is the earning again? That is your salary. Okay, so this is what the activity of employment means. Then the most important that we carried forward till now, that is our business. As you have studied till now, the different forms, different categorizations, different types, okay, different ways of doing business. So there are different forms of business organizations and different ways of recording the transactions in business, as we have learned in our accounting. So this is the key term or the main topic of our main stream that we are discussing till now. Okay, so now we will move on with this. So how many types of business were there? Now see, the most important part comes, because here we are going to discuss all those classifications which will be helpful in giving the correct name to our chapter, which we are having a big confusion. Okay, I am not having a confusion, but the thing is that when you read different books or you refer different books, and different books they are given different names. Different means these three names. So always students get confused. That is the reason I first of all try to make you clear that what is the correct name and what is the wrong name, or what is the name that should be given perfectly to the chapter. So now we are moving on to the important part or the important classification that should be given a perfect name to the chapter that we are going to study today. Okay. So how many types of business were there? Business are of two types. Again, if you say, it can be divided in the basis of nature only. Okay. So business are of two types. What? Trading business and manufacturing business. Trading business and manufacturing business. First of all, look the meaning of trading. Trading means just buying and selling of goods. Okay, buying and selling of goods. As you come across in your street, there are different street vendors selling products. That may be grocery shops, or that may be stationery shop, that may be bookstores. They are doing the trading business, because they purchase the goods from their concerned wholesaler, then sell it to the consumers like you. Okay, so trading business means just purchase and sell of goods. What is manufacturing business? Manufacturing business means the business where the activities involved are more, because first of all, the producer or the manufacturer involves certain persons or hire some persons to carry out different tasks. That means the main purpose or the main task that is carried out under this business is you purchase the raw material, then you convert it into or process it into a final product or a finished product. As you know, there are three phases of manufacturing business. So see, this one I am discussing in detail because it is very helpful or very neat, essential to make it classify what kind of business we are going to study today about. Okay. So manufacturing business has a three phases. That is, first phase is raw material, second work in progress, third final product or finished product. Clear? So see, what is the task of a manufacturing business? They purchase the raw material and they get it converted into final product, either through the help of the workers or through the help of the advanced machinery. So this is what the main task of manufacturing business. Okay. Now see, can I call manufacturing business a non-trading business, as I have written here? Non-trading organization or non-trading business? Can I call it? Look, it is manufacturing business, it is trading business. So in trading business, what the things go on? You purchase the goods and sell to the customer. Okay, the concerned wholesalers are there to provide you goods, and the retailers purchase the goods from them, irrespective nature of goods, and they sell it to the customers at a specified rate. Okay, depending on their customers. Okay. But what does the manufacturing business is? You bought the raw material, okay, and make it get processed into a final product or finished product. Okay. So definitely trading business is not a manufacturing business, and manufacturing business is not a trading business. Both are different. Okay. So can I call this as non-trading business? Because manufacturing business is not following any trading process. It does not purchase and sell. It purchase, produce, process, and then sell. Okay. So these two type of businesses are different. That means manufacturing business can be called as a non-trading business. So I'm just writing over here. Then we will check whether we are correct or not. Okay. So I'm writing here manufacturing business or non-trading business. So see, I made you justify how these manufacturing business are called as non-trading business. Since we haven't moved further, business are of two types. Okay, on the basis of sellable goods, it sells that finished goods. It processes the raw material into finished goods. So there are two types of business: trading business and manufacturing business. So trading business purchases and sells the goods. Manufacturing business purchases the raw material, gets its processed and converted into the finished product. So definitely manufacturing business can be called as a non-trading business, because manufacturing business does not carrying out any activity related to trading task. Means it does not purchase and sell, because it purchases, produces, processes and then sells to the customer. Please listen carefully, because it may arise confusion among you. Okay. So definitely we can call the manufacturing business as non-trading business, or out of these two divisions, can I say any type of business that is not a trading business can be called as a non-trading business. That means manufacturing business is not a trading business. So manufacturing can be called as a non-trading business. So here I have written the chapter name as non-trading organization. So I can say that non-trading organization is the manufacturing organization. So are we going to study about a manufacturing business in our new chapter? Is it so? No. Just we are seeing that whether these names are same or not. See, first distinction we got it. So non-trading organization means manufacturing business, because manufacturing business can be called as a non-trading business. So non-trading business, I made you just justify how it can be a manufacturing business. So definitely we are not discussing about a non-trading organization like manufacturing business in our next chapter or today's chapter. Just look the other name. What it says, non-profit making organization. Can you say these two things are same? Those who have experienced this, or those who are good at study, or students or the intelligent students, if I say, they can easily distinguish just with the name only that these two things are different. But tell me, if I say non-trading organization means manufacturing business, so are the manufacturing business are operating in the society for not for profit? Okay, every business has a main intention to earn profit, and so the manufacturing organization, because trading organization and the manufacturing organization as well, both are working in the society to earn profit. But see, here if non-trading organization means if manufacturing business, then definitely manufacturing business is not working for service. It also operates for the profit earning. So can you say manufacturing business is a non-profit making organization? So definitely the chapter we are going to study cannot be called as a non-trading organization. Okay, never get confused with that, because different books and different publishers give different name to this chapter. But in their first paragraph, if you see, they have made a proper distinction between these terms. That's what I am going to tell you, or I am telling you the result. Simple. If a manufacturing business is called as a non-trading business, how can a manufacturing business a non-profit making organization? So definitely we are not going to study about manufacturing business in our next chapter. So it is clear that non-trading organization is not similar or not same like non-profit making organization. So this part is eliminated. Now two more things are there. Non-profit making organization, accounting not-for-profit making organization. See, these two things are similar. It seems similar. Still, we will prove upon the detailed classification whether these two things are same or not. Likewise, now I proved this one is not same as this, because this is a manufacturing business, and manufacturing business can be called as a non-trading organization. So definitely they are not working for service but not for profit. Okay, so we will move on to further classification. Okay, see, how many types of trading business are there? That means you purchase and sell goods. Trading business means purchase and sell of goods. So how many types of trading business are there? There are two types of trading businesses. What are those two types? Goods oriented, service oriented. Since you know what is this classification is all about and the nature, so I have not written the basis of classification of trading. Okay, here you can write type of goods. Okay, or type of goods I don't say. It would be better if I say type of product, because always products are of two types, that is goods and services. If you remember, what is the meaning of the transaction? You say that transaction means exchange of goods and services between two parties for some value. What did it say? Exchange of goods and services. That means the goods are likewise made business for earning profit. Similarly, services are also made. Okay. So the type of product is two. So type of product means what? So type of product are two types, that is goods and services. So that is why goods oriented trading business, service oriented trading business. Now you well know that how many type of goods oriented business are there, that are consumer oriented, producer oriented. Okay, so what are producer oriented goods and consumer oriented goods? I have given you the best example regarding this. For example, a woodcutter goes to the jungle and cuts a lot of wood and brings to his shop for the making of furniture. So definitely he is a producer. And if you go for a small excursion or the picnic like, and you go to the jungle and collect some woods for cooking. Okay, for cooking purpose always you go for a fun and enjoy. So that time that wood is a consumer oriented business and not business, that's for the consumer oriented. But when a producer, that means the woodcutter who takes the wood for making furniture, that is producer oriented. Understood what is the difference? The same product can be different for two persons. The wood for the woodcutter is producer oriented, and the wood for the picnic persons who have gone for excursion or for enjoyment, for them it is a consumer oriented. Okay. And to this part, this non-profit making organization doesn't come. Okay. So now let us see, one part is eliminated, two more things are there. Let us see they are similar or different again. Okay. So the one more left, that is service oriented business. So let us again classify this one. So service oriented business are again classified into two types. Okay, again classified into two types. That is, I can say the what can I say? That means basis of division. So basis is motive. What is the basis? Motive. Okay, that means your aim or objective. So two types of service oriented business are there. That is service with profit motive, service with profit motive, and this one service without profit motive. So this is service for profit motive and this is service without profit motive. Tell me, are they same? Definitely they are different. So as I told you, there are two types of trading business. That is, trading business is made for services and goods. So service oriented business with profit motive is this one, and the service organization, those who just provide services without any profit motive, are called as service organization without profit motive. Let us see the examples of this. See, when you find any service oriented organization, that means they are working for profit. The best examples are your banking. See, bank and insurance company do not have any tangible goods. They are having to provide services for you, like you product different policies and different you purchase different type of deposits in the form of your investment in your money. So those are the services provided by the banking industry and the insurance industry. So they are doing the service business. Okay, they are not doing the goods business. So they come under the service organization with profit motive. So the examples are banking, insurance, and the other examples like warehousing, distribution. Distribution means the transport services. Do you know what does the transport services mean? There are more examples, but I have taken only these 3 examples just to make it clear that there are service-oriented organizations with and without profit motive. Do you know what does transport indicate? The lorry services that you do, the interstate transports and the interstate transport that the lorry services provide to the concerned business party, that you, when you distribute the fruits or the vegetables through your through the lorry through different states, that are called the transport services. The transport services are also profit making services, so they come under this category. Okay, so banking and insurance, just now I have told you. Moving on to this one, service with profit, without profit motive. Okay, so see, here it is written service without profit motive. Can I call it as a non-profit making organization? Look carefully. Service oriented organization on the basis of motive are divided into two types: service without profit, service with profit. So service with profit does not suit this name. But see, service without profit motive, it suits perfect to the name non-profit making organization, and accounting not for profit making organization. So see, just make a comparison and contrast between these three terms. Service without profit, that means non-profit making organization, clear. And if I say here accounting not for profit making, means that means always not without profit making. So not for profit, without profit, non-profit, without profit. All these things are same. That means these two things or these two names are synonymous for the chapter that we are going to study today. Okay, so these are the two names that are suggested for our chapter. That means on to the classification of business, we have come across now this part to discuss our chapter. Okay, we have come across this part to discuss our new chapter. Okay, so again see, this is called as the service organization without profit motive. So not for profit or non-profit are same. So these two are the names that you can call it for your new chapter. Okay. So now let us discuss the examples for the service organization without profit motive. Okay. So what are they? They are like trust. What kind of trust? Charitable trust. Okay. Temples. Schools, colleges, hospitals, society clubs, etc. See, now in today's generation, the schools, colleges and hospitals are privatized for better service and also for profit making. But earlier days, as you know, the schools, colleges and hospitals were already running by the government. So they were the service-oriented organization without profit motive, okay, because they are not selling any goods. So under service organization without profit motive, these are the societies, or these are the clubs, or these are the organizations that you find, like the charitable trust or the orphanages, old age homes, they are coming under the trust, and temples, schools, colleges, they are definitely not working for the profit earning, but they are definitely working for the welfare of the society and also for the justice of the society, if you call it as for police station, courts and all, they are also coming under the service organization without profit motive. Again I am telling you, these schools, colleges and temples, now it is run by private persons and privatized persons, because they run it for converting their white money to the black money to the white, and also for profit intention only. But before, all those organizations were, or the concerns of these enterprises were run by completely by the government for welfare of the society, for providing service to the society without any purpose of earning profit. So these are the categories, or these are one of the parts that we are going to discuss for our new chapter. So our new chapter is named non-profit making organization or accounting not for profit making organization, that is same as service organization without profit motive. Okay, without profit, not for profit, non-profit are same. Okay, so you can call it, these two are as the name of your chapter, and they come under the categorization of service making organization without profit motive. Okay, so when we are going to discuss our chapter, we can take the example the best as a charitable trust or the society club that best describes to discuss the terms of the chapter. Okay, so we will discuss about the non-profit making organization further in detail. How does it operate? That how does it trust operate? How does a society operates in detail? Okay.